What is up, YouTube? It's me, Dylan, again, back after quite a little long of a hiatus. A lot's been done to the car, a lot's been going on with the car in general since the last video. So let's take it from the beginning. The one obvious thing is I installed LRB speed hood vents into this stock S13 hood. This is the same hood I was running before. I just took all the wrap off, cut out these big triangles, riveted in the vents, and gave it a spray of black. Very bad spray of black with the metallic flake, but hey, it's a drift car. I also mounted my KVD front bumper. Same bumper I was running before, I just got a new one through KVD because it was all cut up and chopped. And this thing does not like to stay on right now. I need to cut out a little bit more from the front bumper here because the wheel hits it and it rips the zip tie off. It definitely needs a lot of body work that I need to figure out how to do. But so let's take it back to the beginning, I guess from where we left off in the last video. Let's see what's under this hood. So first things first, in the last video, I pretty much got the engine thrown together and everything was pretty much ready other than a few little things that I had to finish up to take it to the tuner. Now at the tuner, I was gonna have him fabricate me a charge pipe from my intercooler into the throttle body. So when I brought the car there, that's what they fabbed up for me. Some sick cuts, welds, and they welded a bung for my tile blow-off valve that I forgot that I needed. Shout out to Tomo Racing down in Newark, New Jersey, for fabbing up this pipe. Now with the other engine, which yes, if you haven't noticed, by the ugly looking timing covers and the no gold block, this is my stock KA24DET that in the first video I removed from the car. So after he fabbed up this charge pipe for me, he got it on the dyno. It made it through, I believe, 1.5 poles, something like that. But then the engine stopped running and it had a nice misfire. But so what was the culprit, so believed, is that my freshly vapor honed intake manifold that we installed onto the built block still had some residual media inside of the pipe. So when the engine finally started up, all that media got sucked straight into the engine, probably scored up the cylinder walls and was messing everything up. So after that, I was pretty upset. To make a mistake of something like that and putting complete faith in another company and cleaning the products as well as they could, you should always double check yourself. So we'll see when we tear apart the built motor if that was actually the culprit or if it was something else. But it is pretty sure, because after looking with a borescope inside one of the cylinders, you can see it was pretty scored up, probably due to sand or silica. But after that whole ordeal, I ended up trailering the car back to my place, and in the matter of 6 days, I was able to rip out the built motor, swap everything over to the old block, and pretty much everything is the same, except now I'm running a stock head with a stock block, whereas the other motor had forged pistons and rods, all new bearings, valves. The head had a whole machine job to it. And on that one pole, it was making 398 horsepower on pump 93. Once I got this motor thrown in, took it back to the tuner where he was actually able to do a full dyno tune. And at the end of it all, we made around 282 horsepower. So this KA likes the boogie. You know, close to 400 horsepower would have been awesome, but in a way I'm happy I was able to take it through these stages. Which leads me to my second ordeal. So I brought the car back from the tuner, also took it to my local Sunoco, which did the alignment, which is freaking dialed. I then took it to Englishtown, New Jersey for its first Clubloose event with the turbo. And let me just say, this car is crazy. Even with that kick in the horsepower, which is probably at least double the horsepower it made when it was naturally aspirated, this thing just liked to boogie. I'll make a little montage of all the clips I have from the event, and it'll be at the end of this video. But to make things short, the car was overheating. Yes, I could probably use slightly larger fans. These fans are from the ISR kit. But what I think the culprit was, is that I did not properly bleed the radiator, and the air bubbles were pushing the fluid into my coolant catch can and then out of the coolant catch can because it was overflowing so much. So I was losing a lot of coolant, and by the end of my maybe 7 laps I got, the car sounded pretty bad. Kind of like it was on a misfire. When I gave it some revs, I saw cloud of white smoke come out of the exhaust pipe, which is most likely the cause from a blown head gasket. So after going through all the stages of grief with this second motor, I packed up my stuff and I made it back home. I don't trailer my car to drifting events. I just drive it there. I feel like that's the easiest thing to do, and I kind of enjoy it and the risk of making sure I do not break the car so I could still make it home at the end of the day. But this time it was testing me, still made it home. And now that's where we lay. I'm sat here with my stock KA turboed, the blown head gasket. And over here, I've got my built KA that is just completely messed up. I have the valve cover and the oil pan off of the stock motor because I needed the oil pan with the bung and the valve cover with the bungs for my catch can. Now I'm here upset. Instead of being upset, we gotta fix this thing up so we can get back to the track. In the next video, I'll be tearing this thing apart and getting that head gasket fixed up. So I'll leave you guys with a little montage of the clips I have drifting the car at Clubloose, hot moves. And yeah, look forward to the next video. Peace.